Hello YouTube and welcome to part 2 of the Lordcraft tutorial. In this part of the tutorial we're going to be mainly focusing on staves, but I'm going to go over some stuff first. Hello Alex, how are you?
Hello. Righty.
So I found a friend.
You know, he's been walking around in here for a while. I accidentally killed his friend outside of a water staff, so you know what? I decided I'll be his friend.
Okay, fair enough. So, first thing we want to focus on are these advanced blocks, so you can upgrade your arcane workbench to an advanced one, which
So, adding the storage.
gives us extra storage slots, which is it's quite useful. I mean, it doesn't serve too much purpose, but
Store all your gold in.
yeah, may find a use for that. I don't know, up to you. Really. And then there's the advanced arcane forge, which is just a bit faster than the regular arcane forge. So, got some redstone here. Pop that in, set off. About twice as fast.
It also cooks stuff faster.
Yeah, the furnace is also faster, which is nice. It's still pretty slow, but it's still
It's free.
yeah, it is.
Mr. Horse is getting very much involved in this conversation.
Yes, he's getting himself involved.
A little bit too slow. Like outside. What are you doing? No.
Excellent.
I'll put him in the back room.
Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about in this chest is these artifacts here. So the shard of water, artifact of divining, condensed flame, windswept stone, orb of light, and orb of darkness.
I see.
So
I'll grab some of those. Alright, the condensed flame is what I used in the first clip. First thingy rather, to do nothing nefarious or anything.
yeah, of course. So the
Oh, something's giving me night vision.
yeah, the shard of water does that.
Okay.
To allow you to see underwater. It also gives you water breathing. See?
It's very useful.
Yeah. So you can really see around really easily, actually. And it works in your offhand slot as well. So
When 114 comes out, it's a big section useful.
definitely, yeah. Then we have the artifact of divining, which is the second thing. Which you can right click on the ground and it will reveal resources. So I found some copper and some coal.
I found some ore.
Yeah.
Doesn't tell you what ore, but
Ah, that probably means it is one of the unrecognized ores from
crystal,
yeah.
iron,
One
copper.
of
I
the
see.
ores that it doesn't recognize, but
I
it knows
did
there's
it
ore
all.
there. Found some gold.
That's nice. I just get all the way down to the bottom.
It goes 64 blocks. This does.
Okay, so effectively you could potentially find diamonds.
Yeah,
Doing this.
essentially, yeah. And then you can get your other thing out, and it will also. Well, we'll get to that later. The
Condensed flame. That's the
six fire things
gives you fire resistance as well.
and strength. Very helpful. We'll swim through lava.
It's not very effective. I don't have any mana.
Oh, yes, that's the thing. That requires mana. Not
So
the
I guess
best.
it's not working at all.
Fire resistance not working.
Yeah.
The windswept
God.
stone.
FOV instantly changes.
Yep, that does that.
Okay, gives him haste, so you can throw that in your offhand slot and bash away at some blocks. Does that stack with the pickaxe as well?
In your offhand slot, yeah, it'll stack. No, it won't stack with the pickaxe because it's a potion effect.
Oh, because haste 2 in your... Okay, I'll just double up haste 2, which is... Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
just does that. So it's a nice thing to use.
If you've got your efficiency 5 pickaxe, you can do some instant mining of that.
Yeah, and when 1.13 comes out, you won't have that issue with ghost blocks sitting around and blocking you.
There you go.
It's incredibly annoying in this version, and any version prior to this.
Indeed.
So then you have the Orb of Light, which gives you absorption, saturation, and haste 2.
So absorption is more health plus.
More health here. So,
Saturation, more hunger, and haste. Haste.
Yep.
Forgot about that.
I know, it
Right.
just gives you absorption actually. Never mind. That was stuff from something else, I guess.
No, it's because you didn't have any mana, that's how I'm good.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's not mana, it's research. You need to
Oh, it's
research.
research.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Orb of Darkness.
or darkness,
Night vision.
which just gives you night vision, absorption,
And
haste.
absorption. And haste. Okay.
Yeah, the swap
Pretty
saturation
good.
out for night vision. Though again, if you want to go underwater, it's not actually as good as the Shard of Water.
No.
Interesting. Oh yeah, because of the water breathing. Gives you extra vision underwater as well. Gets rid of the blueness. So it's a sort of like a step up from the tools, but can be used in conjunction with them quite easily.
Indeed. So you're not limited to the basic tools, but still their effects.
Yeah, exactly. So that could be combined with like the gem tools or the infused metal tools, because they're quite a bit better.
Indeed.
So the
Or
next
your
thing,
power drill.
when that comes out, yeah. Not in the next
Probably.
version, but
Yeah.
at some stage.
Whatever it may be.
Yeah, so the next thing we probably want to talk about is staves. So this revolves around the block known as the staff crafter.
Try and say that 100 times.
Staff crafter. What?
It's tough. You know what? It's not too hard.
So the staff crafter requires a crystal of some sort. Tier 1 for now, because we haven't got the right research for Tier 2.
Some stinks.
A rod, a simple amplification rod,
Right.
and a ingot of whatever type. We'll go iron for now, because that's what we've got. Then we can press the assemble staff button. Yeah, assemble staff. And just like the machine workbench, you can disassemble the staff.
Right. If you hop into survival mode, I've got some. I think I've got some. Oh, you destroyed my thingy.
No, it's still attached to you, remember?
Yeah. Right, you ready?
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay, so you've dealt a bit of damage to me by the frostbite effect. Gives me slowness and poisons me.
Oh god. Oh!
And you destroyed the armor stands because you hit them with it. Yeah,
I would have known!
that's a thing. Yeah, because armor stands take damage.
Yeah.
So that's
Well, just, you carry on the next talky thing. I'll fix this. Don't worry.
So, the next thing we might want to try out are the other staffs. So get them out. These actually have. Thank you, Windows 10, for giving me a notification. It's very kind of you.
It's very kind.
Yeah. So you can't see these particle effects on the server, but you can see them client-sided only at the moment. I intend to change that in the future, but
Just,
at the moment that's how it is.
did you just frostbite me?
I did frostbite you.
You.
Okay. So the water staff frostbites things. It does a bit of damage as well up front. These can be upgraded to have a better metal bit on them, claw I call it. You have iron, gold, and infused metal, and
Do they make it more powerful?
they make it more potent, yeah. And then you can improve the amplification rod from this basic one to a exotic one, I think. Yep. Which decreases the mana cost. And there's a final amplification rod, which is the infused amplification rod, which is crafted in the Arcane Forge. Makes it just a bit better. So that's the thing. That reduces all of the mana costs for these.
All of the mana costs.
Well, for that staff, yeah.
Good. Wait, so it doesn't cost any mana for the stuff?
The staff requires mana, yes.
Oh, so the amplification rod means it doesn't require mana.
It requires less mana.
Requires less mana. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It won't ever go to 0 even if you've got armor on there.
So you're gonna throw your gold thingy on it, get the best rod you possibly can, and then. I see. That makes sense.
Pretty much. Basically, the better resources you use, the better the staff's going to be. Increasing the potency of the staff will not increase the mana cost by putting a better claw on it, though. So just be aware of that.
So it goes from
Iron to gold to infused metal. Okay.
Yeah. Dark staff, complex.
Yes, so there are also complex versions of staffs.
So it's
we'll get into
iron,
afterwards.
gold. Sorry, okay, so iron, gold, mana steel.
Yeah.
Got it. Right. So NEI has a lot of listed staffs, and it's hard to keep track of which is
There
which.
are a lot in there.
Yeah.
It has recipes for all of them in the list here, so you can see all that. It's not too complicated. It's just a matter of getting through them.
Yeah.
So the next one I want to look at is the Earth Staff, which I think you've found a test area to work with, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been there before. Nothing seems to be there, so I guess I'll just pop back over.
Increasing the potency on the Earth Staff will... Well, I'll explain it once you demonstrate it.
Oh, yeah, it's just... Well, I mean, think of the recent water again. That lagged the hell out of us last time.
Yeah, it did.
So, you know, I guess...
So, as you can see, it breaks a large area. It breaks a 3x3. Increasing the potency on it gives it fortune, and I think it increases its mining level slightly so it can mine obsidian.
3x3x1.
Yeah. So it can be quite useful to clear out large amounts of space. It's kind of like a hammer from Tinker's, but using mana instead, and it's instant, of course.
Yep. So, I guess you wanna get a huge mana supply before you go on a mining mission like this.
Pretty much, yeah.
I hope you come across some crystals when you're doing it.
Yeah, you can either recharge using crystals, or you can use them to make more siphons to increase your mana. It's not always... It seems like a fairly good utility choice early on, but it really does require a large investment before it becomes worthwhile. So, it's up to you whether you're willing to go to that investment.
Yeah.
Of course, the divining thing is pretty much like, you know...
Actually, after a few reads of this, it's gonna drain your mana like crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's best used in conjunction with the artifact of divining, because you can, like, find a resource and then just dig down to it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So I don't know what ore it found here.
Or
It found aluminium, I think. Which I can't mine because my mining level's not high enough, because these are too weak. But, yeah, looks like it. You can't mine things that require iron, so like silver and aluminium. No, you need to put gold on there to get that, I imagine. And probably need infused metal to mine obsidian, I think.
okay. I see.
That's the thing. So then you have the next one, probably be the fire staff, I suppose, which is another combat type of staff, which...
Let's head back to our... Oh god, it was burning.
Yeah.
Poor innocent creatures.
I'm building some squid, so... It does damage to mobs, and it sets them on fire. It kills them pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah.
It's a good way to get cooked meats straight off an animal. If
We
that's
did not
one
shut
of
the water stuff. Oh, no, you did shut the water stuff.
You did it on me.
Yeah. The water stuff's also pretty damn effective at killing stuff just straight up.
Yes, because it does a bit of damage first, and then it applies the frostbite. Because frostbite can't actually kill you in this.
Indeed.
You need a complex start before it will do that.
However, fire staff, it kills animals very quickly, and it gives you cooked remains, so
Exactly.
pretty damn useful.
Yeah. I will note that all of the staffs are slightly less effective against players than they are against mobs. Imagine that they're like a tier below what they actually are when used on a player. So,
Right.
the air staff pushes mobs away from you. So I just used it to just fling some cows into the sea. There.
Does it work on players?
Works on players. It won't push them as far though. But
yeah.
See if I can find you. There you are.
I'm at the beat in the top floor.
Okay. You ready?
Yep. There you go. First Radami off the edge.
Pretty much, yeah. That's basically what it's like. It hits an enemy for 0 damage, just so that if you were fighting like a mob or something, it would count as you killing it. So that's just a little mechanic there that it does. It doesn't actually hurt them, it just registers
as you attacking them.
Yeah, basically. That's how I did that.
So you can knock stuff off a cliff and still claim reward.
Yeah, so
And
light...
XP.
Yeah, XP and stuff. So light is a pretty interesting one. So it does damage to things. It gives them a glowing effect, so I can see you. Distance. I think it applies withering to things, actually.
Let me just hop into Zara mode. Hit me.
Oops. No withering? I think the darkness does withering, actually.
Okay. It does 2.5 damage.
Blindness?
No.
No. Maybe it needs to be a higher potency for that.
Maybe. Let's try from the dark stuff then.
Dark Staff, I think just does straight damage. At the moment.
Yeah. Decent chunk of it, but straight damage.
Yeah. So those are the basic styles. Also complex styles, which have a slightly different effect depending on which tier 2 research you've gone for. Well, let's explain tier 2 research then. Tier 2 research is like, imagine you're given your choice of water, earth, fire, and air, light and dark again. Except this time, you can't go back on it. So once you picked it, it's a permanent choice, unless you eliminate all of your research up until that point. So for example, in the water tree, you have a choice between ice and steam as your sort of tier 2 thing. And that will change the way in which the staff behaves, the complex water staff. So I get one of those out, which is this one. It's the highest tier. See, it has a slightly different crystal made of it. Now in the code it checks in a certain order when we're in creative mode, so I'm not sure which one it's going to apply. Probably steam, I think. No, it looks like ice.
Oh god.
So you've got... Yeah, so you took damage from the hypothermia effect.
Seriously high damage.
Yeah. So it checks ice first, so it assumes that I've got ice research and not steam. Because you can only pick one of them. So you died from hypothermia there.
Yeah. Well, should we let them discover the other woods themselves?
Yeah, I may as well.
Yeah. So you could discover what steam does for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you can sort of work it out, I think. The complex earth staff is kind of interesting. Now this one, I believe it's probably going to pick earth as the main one, metal as the main one, but it might pick plant, because that's the other alternative. And it's picked metal. So what metal does is it finds ores within a nearby region, and it will dig them up for you when you right click on the ground.
Okay, so that'd be really, really good at diamond level.
Yeah.
Whoop, diamond ores.
Pretty much, yeah. And it has a fortune effect based on the potency of it.
Should we do air stuff now?
Air staff, yes. So the air staff.
Come to the top. Let me demonstrate.
You want to demonstrate this one?
This is my favourite stuff. Right, you know, you could just use it normally. The best works one of these, in my opinion. It throws you. It flings you. So with an elytra on, it's like having an infinite firework rocket, just to fling you along as you soar through the air. I mean, you can't argue with that. Look at it.
Let's give this a go. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Let's grab this out myself.
Yeah, you know. Would recommend going for air just for this line. So who cares what the other bits do?
The elytra makes it very loud.
It's a bit breezy. Yeah, if you did it without the elytra though, it would cost A, a lot more mana, and B, it wouldn't be as swoopy.
It's kind of interesting how quickly you slow down using elytra.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's my use for that kind of air stuff. I don't know what the actual, but you know.
That's basically it. I mean, that's when you've researched self as opposed to other. If you researched other, then it basically just makes it a more powerful version of the normal air stuff.
So why would you choose, you know, that one over this one?
Yeah.
Why fling others when you can fling yourself?
Seems like an obvious choice, I would have thought. Yeah.
Did you?
So we move on to the fire staff, which either does hellfire or dragonfire. Now, I think, if I remember correctly, dragonfire. One of them. I think we've got dragonfire here, but dragonfire basically does a lot of upfront damage, but it doesn't burn for very long. Whereas hellfire, you're going to probably die from this.
Yeah.
Or not. Now try jumping in the water. Okay, so it's dragonfire. So hellfire doesn't get put out when you're in water.
We're on peaceful mode, as I remember, so burning does not do much damage as it would normally do.
No, I suppose.
Or basically anyway, because of the regen effect.
So basically, the hellfire staff applies a potion effect to you that, so long as it's active and you're not in water, you get set on fire. So if you jump in water to put yourself out and you get out quickly, you'll be set back on fire again. is how it works. So if you stand in the water and try and get out of the water quickly, we can check. So if you get out now, it looks like, yeah, we must have Dragonfire on.
Oh dear. Well,
But if I researched Hellfire, you would have got set on fire then, when you got out. That's the thing. Complex fire stuff. Pretty,
indeed. Actually,
pretty
no.
simple.
Just because we're mentioning what all the other ones does, let's just quickly mention what the Steam does.
Okay, so Steam sets people on fire and gives them slowness.
Okay, right. So that was with the war stuff.
Yeah, the stuff.
We didn't mention earlier, but if we're telling everything else, we may as well throw that out there as well.
So light seems to have buffed you quite a lot.
Right.
What effect have I given you? Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so it does damage and it makes them glow.
Try that again. Hit me again.
This is either calm or corruption.
Oh god.
This must be. I think this is corruption because it's dealing a lot of damage to you.
It's not seem very calm.
No, I can't remember what calm does. I haven't used it before. I think it gives. What is it? I can't remember what calm does. It's been a while. You can work that out yourself if you choose to go down the light tree. I can't really remember.
Right there.
Then we have the complex dark staff, which is my favourite. I believe by default we have researched shadow as opposed to void, which is the other darkness tree, which allows you to teleport, basically. Now, if you've researched shadow, you can teleport anywhere, but if you've only researched void, you can only teleport to places where it's below a certain light level.
What else? So what the benefits of going shadow to the void then?
Well, obviously the shadow has the advantage, you can teleport to any place with the light level. Void will have advantages later on, which you'll find out about later down the line. At the moment, it's just it would appear that shadow is just a straight, just better option to go for.
So shadow takes you to the low light level places.
You can go anywhere with shadow. Void will only allow light level places.
Okay, so void is currently still in the
Void
works.
is worse currently. Well, void, it does do its thing. It's just that it has advantages later on as opposed to in this situation.
Right, and all that research has been implemented, yeah.
Yeah, the research has been implemented for that, so it's all fine. It's as it should be.
Okay. Is that all the stuffs?
That is all the staves, I believe, yeah.
In both basic and advanced forms.
Yeah, so that's the staves, the advanced workbench and forge. I think that's all we had planned for this episode. So next time we'll probably talk about runestones.
Runestones.
Yeah.
Runestones.
What else can we put in there? I suppose we could do the translocation matrix, I guess. Sounds good to me, yeah. Runestones and translocation matrix. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of this tutorial, part 2. We'll see you next time.
Indeed you will. See ya.
Bye.